Hello, welcome back. My name is Minister Eileen Nicole. I just wanted to come back today with another video. I wanted to talk today to you about Black femicide. And femicide in general is a big deal. It's a big problem. We are not the top country that suffers from gendercide or Black femicide. I think Honduras and Dominican Republic they are at the very top there. But when we're talking about America, we have a disproportionate amount of Black women who are being subjected to certain things, certain factors that make our group this particular epidemic more concentrated. So I wanted to talk about that because if we know what the factors are as individuals, I think that we can at least try to avoid some of those things. And so I have my notes here. And so usually how Black femicide starts is inner partner violence. It's inner partner violence. So a partner will smooth you over or try to get you to be in a relationship with them, but in all actuality they don't actually want a relationship with you. They just want to get you to trust them. That's the whole point of them trying to get you. They'll say things like, oh, well, let's be in a relationship, or let's get married. This is to drag you along. Or they'll continue to say, well, let's just see how things go, or it'll be like this ongoing, never-ending commitment. And finally you'll realize that the commitment that they want you to make is for you to make money for them in some type of way, or they want to extract some type of power that they think that they perceive that you have, some type of power, whether that's some type of resource, whether that's access to another individual, whether that's access to individuals or things, whatever it is that they perceive a value that you have, whether that's your body, whether that's to an individual, or whether that's to some other resource. They want you, they're using you as a satellite to get what they want. And so this usually starts off with men, it starts off with the cheap dating apps. Usually that's kind of where it is. I know a lot of people go on these dating apps and some people find legitimate relationships, but then you do have your predators on these apps. So I'm not going to act like that's not there. There are legitimate men and women who, are there for the right reasons, of, for the reasons that the app is there for. But there are people there lurking, plotting to find people. This is where predators find most of their people, online, and they go on dating apps because they think they're finding a vulnerability. They're finding a way that they can get in. If they're trying to lure you in through a relationship, why not go on a dating app when that's what you're looking for? So these predators will be on there and they'll tell you everything that you want to hear. And then boom, before you know it, they're telling you that they want to be in a relationship, but really it couldn't be further from the truth. So usually after they get you into this situation, they'll make it to where you have less power, less resources, so that you can't move, and that so that you're in a situation where you need them to help you to get to the next step or to maintain where you already are. I know a lot of people have seen this man, if you want to call him that, this individual named Andrew Tate. He is out here in the streets and abusing women, allegedly, which we seen him on camera abusing a woman, which they said it was some type of role play, but that didn't look like role play to me. But anyways, he's allegedly done these egregious acts towards women, and now he's currently going through the legal process to see if he's going to pay for those alleged crimes. But nonetheless, he's still pumping up the kicks of these young men to do the same things that he was doing to women. So regardless of if he did it or not, he's pumping up a bunch of people to do what he says he didn't do. What he says he didn't do, he's gassing a lot of people up to do. A lot of men. And these men are carrying him on his shoulders like he's their king. He's their king. And I just wanted to kind of go over what I think this is all about. I don't think that any of these men that hold this man and men like him and men like Kevin Samuels, they hold these men near and dear. They love these men. And I don't think that's just by chance. I think that they actually have some type of intimate attraction to them, like a sexual attraction to them. I think that a lot of them are actually closeted gay men. Now, the reason why I think this is because in this day and age, you don't have to be a closeted gay individual or lesbian individual. You don't have to be closeted anything. Everything is out in the open. But I feel that they are doing this because it isn't about them being gay. They know that they can be openly gay. They know that they won't be ridiculed or targeted because they're openly gay. This is not the thing. They're not turned on by being gay. They're turned on by not being gay. They're turned on by acting as if they're a heterosexual man and courting, or if you want to call it courting, and pursuing women. But the pursuit of women they don't want strong women. They don't want healthy-minded women. They don't want women with head on their shoulders. That won't work. They need broken women. They need women who haven't found themselves, and they need women who are in desperate situations or in between situations. It doesn't necessarily mean you're not healthy. You're just in between situations, and you might be vulnerable at the time. They need these types of women because then they can go ahead and stuff that vulnerability, that little crack. They can stuff it with all their toxicity, and you'll take it because you feel like, well, this is gonna at least hold me over until I can get to this next space mentally. But no, if you stuff it with toxicity, you're not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna stay toxic. But what these men are doing is that they are, public humiliation is their kink, and publicly humiliating heterosexual women who think that they are heterosexual is the kink. They're signaling to other closeted gay men that they too are closeted. So the calling card is your public humiliation. But the message is from this man to the next man, and you're basically like just the middle person that they're using. They're playing you, but it's really them that's actually communicating with each other. So this man is publicly humiliating you, like Andrew Tate or Kevin Samuels, and then you have these men on the other side supporting this because they're communicating to each other that these two, that they're actually all of them are actually gay. This is my opinion about it. This is my opinion. They're all actually gay, and their kink is humiliating you online publicly. That's what this is all about. And then you participate in it because you're not observing anything. You're just going on there because you're in this either vulnerable state or you're broken and you've gone from relationship to relationship and you're trying to find what you think is love. Or you just very naive or clueless, and you just are going on these platforms and trying to get attention. Okay, there's nothing wrong with attention. It's just who you're trying to get it from that could lead you to a dangerous mental state. Like it could lead you into depression if you're trying to get attention from the wrong person. There's nothing wrong with attention. This is a normal human thing. But at the end of the day, these men are publicly shaming and humiliating women so that they can get the attention of each other. This is why they're doing this. And so I just wanted women to know that these are the same type of men that they're getting in relationships with. You're getting in relationships with these same type of men that are actually not heterosexual. Now they'll have sex with you, but they actually don't want any type of commitment with you because that's not really what their kink is. Another thing is that you'll see a lot of them calling out the homosexual agenda, and they'll say, "Oh my gosh, they're trying to force this on us. Oh my god, oh my gosh, can you believe it?" And then the next thing you know, they're Little Nas X. You know what I mean? Like, there's no shame. You know what I mean? But the point is that I don't care if they're gay. I mean, I have my own views about, things being pushed on you. I get that, but that's a virtue signal, okay? Meaning they don't actually care that homosexuality is being forced down people's throat. What they care about is them looking like they care, so that they can actually do what they want to do, which is be a homosexual. But again, the kink is humiliating you so that they can communicate with each other on the low, because that the one thing that some of these men, and I'm not talking about all men, but the one thing that some of these men love to do is what they're not supposed to do. That's really what turns them on. I've listened to these men. What turns them on is cheating on women because they know they're not supposed to be doing it. This is heterosexual men, though. Heterosexual men get off on cheating on women because they're not supposed to do it. And closeted gay men that know that they can be gay, are they get off on humiliating women because they know that they're not supposed to be lying to women, and they get off on the woman not knowing that they're actually gay. This is what they're doing. Now, this isn't about gay men or gay men. They don't care. They're just open. I'm talking about these particular type of gay men that deliberately hide being gay from you so that they can publicly shame or humiliate you because they're not supposed to be doing it. That's the kink. And also other men know it. It's like their own little language. This is what they get off on. I'm not talking about gay men. They don't care about that. Gay men don't care about that. I'm talking about these particular type of men. And it's disgusting. And this is your Andrew Tates and your Kevin Samuels. They all knew he was gay, and he knew he was gay. But again, they couldn't confirm it because the kink is humiliating you. Like, are you kidding? That was a whole, it was like an open joke. Like, and so many women still never got it. I'm just like, are you paying attention? But it was so many people that went over there and still got publicly humiliated, thinking that this man was really, if he didn't confirm it, like, girl, what are you looking at? Like, it's funny, but it's not funny. It's only funny because I really don't think women get that. And that's a shame. But I think it's funny because they think no women get it. They think no women at all get it. But I do. Yeah. But anyways, like I said, some of us women are linking up and connecting with these types of men, these particular group of men. Again, it's a narrow margin. This is not by far like majority of men or anything like that, but this online thing, and then the men that are getting off on this, the men that support them, like there's millions and millions of men, right? Like in the Black community, there's the 42 million of us. So let's say I think there's like 55% of men or something like that. I would say maybe less than a third. But that's enough for you to run into these types of men, and for these men to then be getting involved with you just so that they can break your heart or do something to get that sexual kink or urge. Really, it's about they're very sexual. They're sexual deviants. These types of men, they only care about sex. They only care about sex and money. They don't care about other human beings. They don't care if you're doing okay. They don't care if you're doing all right. They don't even really care about their parents. They don't care. Even if they had both parents, they don't care about that. All they care about is sex, money, and maybe drugs if they're on drugs. If they're not on drugs, there's some other escapism that they're using. Video games, podcasting, whatever it is. But the main thing that they like to do is publicly humiliate women because they get a sexual kink or a sexual arousal from that. and you are playing a part of that. And that leads to you connecting with men offline who are also energized by that type of energy, men who are on that type of time, and they are low-key also on that same type of energy. You're getting involved in these relationships, you're getting pregnant and having babies, and these men want nothing to do with a woman in terms of a family structure. They don't want that. Are you kidding me? That's the last thing that they could possibly want. What they want is sex and money. That's it. That's all they want. So you have to be careful about who you're getting involved with, because it can end up leading to domestic violence and then up to black femicide. So that's why I'm giving this lesson today, because I think that women don't understand the pickle that we're in. A lot of us are being fooled by these men who we think are heterosexual just because they say it. But a lot of men are gay and say that they're heterosexual. That's what men do these days. Some of them. I'm not going to say all of them, and not even majority, but just a good portion of them, enough to where it's making a difference, right? It's enough of them doing it to where it makes a difference. Okay? All right. So I love you, and I hope that this message finds you in peace. See you later. Bye.